seen. The valley was surrounded by tall, misty mountains, their peaks often hidden by drifting clouds. Within the valley, rivers glided gently across soft meadows, and ancient trees stretched their arms toward the sky. The valley was said to hold a calm unlike anywhere else. Travelers who entered it claimed that the air itself seemed to carry whispers, gentle voices, like the songs of time. Some believed it was the earth telling its story, others thought it was the spirits of those who once lived there. In the heart of this valley stood an old stone bridge, built centuries ago. Moss covered its arches, and clear water passed beneath it with the sound of endless lullabies. Villagers from faraway lands used to speak of this bridge, saying, "Whoever rests there will find dreams as soft as silk, and sleep as deep as the sea." But in time, people forgot about the valley. Paths grew wild, and maps no longer showed its name. Only the wind, wandering through the trees, remembered. One autumn evening, a gentle traveler named Elias walked through the fading forest. He was not searching for riches, nor for fame, only for peace. His life had been filled with noise, with the rush of cities and the heavy weight of worries. Elias carried a small pack, a lantern, and a journal filled with sketches and thoughts. His shoes were worn, but his spirit longed for quiet. As he followed a forgotten trail, he noticed the sound of water in the distance. It wasn't the hurried splash of a river, nor the strong call of a waterfall. It was soft like a whisper. Curious, Elias followed. The path narrowed, and soon he stood at the edge of the hidden valley. Mist rose gently from the grass, glowing silver under the moon. Elias breathed deeply. The air was cool, and every breath seemed to ease his heart. He stepped forward, drawn by something unseen. Perhaps it was the river's voice, or the promise of silence, or the unseen memory of travelers before him. Elias's lantern glowed as he walked along the riverside. The sound of water grew clearer, softer, and strangely familiar, as if he had heard it in a dream long ago. Then he saw it, the ancient stone bridge. Moonlight painted its surface, and the moss upon it shone like emerald threads. Elias touched the stone, feeling its coolness, and for a moment, he thought he heard a distant song. He sat on the bridge, opened his journal, and began to write. "Tonight, I have found a place where the world is slow. A place where silence is not empty, but full." As he wrote, he noticed the river's current telling stories. He imagined the water carrying memories from mountain to sea, shepherds guiding their flocks, children laughing under the sun, lovers walking beneath the stars. The more he listened, the lighter his heart became. It was as if the valley itself was whispering, "You are safe. You are home." Elias wandered further into the valley. The forest trees stood tall, their branches swaying gently in the night breeze. But the sound they made was not ordinary. It was rhythmic, like a lullaby woven with the voice of the wind. He leaned against the trunk of an old oak. The bark was rough, but steady, and it seemed to hum quietly, as though it remembered hundreds of seasons. Elias closed his eyes. Images filled his mind, a boy running through fields, his laughter echoing, an old woman telling tales by the fire, a traveler pausing to rest and dream. All these visions came and went, like ripples across a lake. The trees, Elias thought, were guardians of time. They remembered everything, but they spoke only to those who truly listened. And Elias, tired from his journey, listened deeply. He whispered to the oak, "Thank you for keeping these memories safe." The leaves rustled gently, as if answering, "Rest now." As the hours passed, Elias found a soft meadow where the grass felt like velvet. He lay down, placing his pack beneath his head. Above him, the stars stretched endlessly, glowing like lanterns in the dark. The sky was alive. Constellations shimmered, telling stories older than kingdoms. He saw the hunter with his bow, the swan gliding through the heavens, and the crown shining with quiet dignity. Elias thought of the countless people who had looked at these same stars, sailors at sea, shepherds on lonely hills, lovers whispering to one another. The stars connected them all, as if reminding him that no one is ever truly alone. His eyes grew heavy. The sound of the river, the whispers of the trees, the embrace of the night sky all wrapped around him like a gentle blanket, and began to claim him. Elias heard the valley whisper once more, "Dream deeply, traveler. Dream without fear." As Arian walked deeper into the misty forest, he began to feel the gentle hum of life around him. The leaves rustled softly as if whispering secrets, and the air carried the faint scent of jasmine. Soon, he reached a quiet clearing where the moonlight pooled like silver water on the grass. There, perched on a low branch, was a bird unlike any he had seen before. Its feathers shimmered with a pale glow, as if woven from starlight itself. The bird tilted its head, watching him with calm, gentle eyes. "Traveler," the bird's voice was soft, more like a breeze than speech, "why do you wander so late into the forest?" Arian placed his hand on his heart. "I seek peace. My thoughts are restless, and I long for a place where the world feels gentle again." The bird fluttered down and landed near him, its wings folding gracefully. "Then follow me." I will show you the sky that holds no weight, only dreams. With that, the bird took flight. Arian followed, his footsteps guided by the bird's glowing path. The trees began to thin, and soon they reached a meadow wide and open, where the sky stretched endlessly. Stars shimmered above, countless and bright, painting the night in silver and gold. Arian lay down on the soft grass, the cool earth beneath him grounding his heart. The bird perched nearby, its song a low lullaby that echoed across the meadow. As he gazed upward, he felt his mind grow lighter, as if every worry was drifting away, dissolving into the stars. The bird spoke once more, "When you let go, the sky will carry you. Rest here, and remember that peace lives inside you, waiting to be found." Slowly, Arian closed his eyes, his breath steady and calm, the stars above watching like silent guardians. The next morning, as soft light filtered through the trees, Arian awoke to find the white bird hovering nearby. "It is time," the bird whispered. "Come and see the palace that reflects the quiet heart of the world." Arian rose and followed the bird along a winding path. The forest gradually opened into a valley where a magnificent palace stood. Its walls were made entirely of glass, catching every ray of sunlight and moonlight, scattering colors like 1,000 gentle rainbows. The palace seemed alive. The panes of glass shimmered as if breathing, and soft music floated from within so delicate it felt as though the palace itself was humming a lullaby. Birds, unseen before, sang quietly among the gardens, their melodies weaving into the gentle music. Arian stepped closer. Every surface mirrored the sky above and the flowers around, creating the feeling that he was walking among the stars themselves. Inside, rooms were empty but inviting, filled only with light, shadows, and the soft fragrance of blooming jasmine and lavender. The white bird perched on his shoulder. "This palace shows what the world feels like when there is no hurry, no fear, only calm. Step inside and listen to the silence, it has a story to tell." As Arian walked through the halls, he felt the quiet touch every part of him. Each step echoed softly, like a heartbeat, and he felt as if he had become part of the palace itself. Time slowed. The worries of Time slowed. The worries of yesterday slipping away, leaving only a profound sense of peace. In the central hall, a pool of water reflected the sunlight. Arian knelt by its edge, watching the ripples spread, each one carrying tiny glimpses of distant mountains, forests, and seas. The reflections reminded him that all places, no matter how far, share the same gentle spirit. He closed his eyes and breathed deeply. The palace whispered its eternal lullaby, and Arian felt himself floating, weightless, held in the embrace of the quiet world. As Arian wandered deeper into the glass palace, he discovered a hall unlike any other. The walls were lined with ancient tapestries, their threads shimmering faintly, and the air smelled of cedar and lavender. Though the hall appeared empty, it radiated a quiet warmth, inviting him to stay and listen. A gentle breeze moved through the hall, carrying the faintest whispers. At first, they were almost imperceptible, like the soft rustle of leaves, but as Arian stepped closer to a large arched window, the whispers became clearer. "They tell the stories of all who have come before," said the white bird softly. "Stories of hope, of gentle courage, and of hearts learning to rest." Arian approached the window and looked out. He saw a small garden, hidden just beyond the palace walls. Flowers of every color swayed in the breeze, their petals catching the morning light. A narrow path wound through the garden, inviting him to walk, to explore, and to dream. He followed the path slowly, each step mindful and calm. The garden seemed endless, yet every flower, every leaf, was perfectly placed. He paused beside a fountain where water trickled quietly, the sound like the softest lullaby. Kneeling, he cupped the water in his hands and let it flow gently between his fingers. The whispers of the hall grew softer, blending with the sound of water and the rustle of leaves. Arian felt as if all the stories of the palace were wrapping around him like a warm blanket. Every worry, every restless thought, was absorbed by the gentle air, leaving only a sense of profound peace. The white bird perched nearby and cooed softly. "Rest here, traveler. Learn the secret that the quiet world has always known, that peace is not found in rushing, but in letting the heart breathe." Arian leaned against the trunk of a flowering tree, feeling the warmth of sunlight and the cool touch of the shade. He closed his eyes and let the soft sounds of the palace fill him. The day faded slowly, the light dimming, until only the gentle glow of evening remained. As he drifted toward sleep, the palace whispered one last lullaby, a melody so soft it felt like a memory of calm carried across time. Arian's heart slowed, his mind quieted, and he surrendered to the peaceful embrace of the glass palace. As the first stars appeared in the evening sky, Arian knew it was time to leave the glass palace. He felt a gentle tug. He felt a gentle tug in his heart, not sadness, but a quiet understanding that he carried the palace's calm within him now. The white bird guided him along the familiar path, back through the shimmering gardens, past the whispering hall, and into the forest. Each step was soft, careful, and measured, as if the earth itself wished him peace. Soon, the misty trees of the forest gave way to the wide meadow where he had first seen the bird. The river gleamed in the moonlight, moving slowly, its gentle murmur comforting and familiar. Arian knelt by the river, touching the cool water, feeling its endless patience and serenity.